Hi, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you're listening to the No BS Coaching Advice Podcast. Regularly, I like to deliver a show to you that provides you with some insight, inspiration, thought that's going to carry you through your day. And I was listening to another podcast today, an interview with Michelle Rigby Assad, a former CIA agent who recently released a book called Breaking Cover, My Secret Life in the CIA and What It Taught Me About What's Worth Fighting For. There's no affiliate link here, so don't feel like I'm trying to sell a book to you. She was interviewed by Jenny Blake on her Pivot podcast. And it kind of builds nicely with a show I did a few weeks ago about courage. And I spoke in that show about a theme called It Starts With Courage. Michelle Assad builds on that theme and continues by saying courage is a muscle that can be developed with time. It doesn't take a lot. And in her case, she tells a story about CIA training she had where one of the themes was getting off the X, because people tend to be frozen, or they move forward, or they retreat, but the worst situation is being frozen in a space. And she says she hated that part of the training, but it came in handy in a foreign country where she was driving by herself with an uncovered face and was concerned when someone had spotted her in her car alone and tried to, I don't want to say hold her up, but she describes it as being a Weinstein moment, and let's leave it at that because that's how she leaves it. And suddenly the car is being surrounded and her training kicked in. And she said, I don't say this with pride, I hit the person who had spotted me, knocked him over, and when he got up and stayed in place, yelled at him to move or I would hit him again. He didn't move. I did hit him again, and then he started to move, and I was able to catapult my way out of it. Her training kicked in, and she continues by saying it takes small actions to improve, to get off the X, as she says the CIA describes it. Most of us, when we get stuck, stay frozen, and we do nothing. We do nothing to change. We try nothing. The thought disappears from our mind through inertia. When I was stopping smoking many years ago, the course I took, I have no idea if it's still around, so I'm not going to give it a testimonial. I'll just say that the course that I took mentioned that if you can forget about the impulse, if you can hold out on the impulse for 10 to 12 seconds, it'll go away. Well, good ideas also go away unless they're acted on. And unless you practice acting with courage with small steps that move you off the X, that move you forward, courage will disappear. And she says courage is a muscle. It can be developed. How do you want to develop your muscle today? What can you do differently to move the needle forward? What experiment can you conduct to change things in your life? Don't think big. Think about doing something small daily that will make a difference. Hope you found this helpful, and again, I'll be back soon with more. If you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me at Jeff Altman at thebiggamehunter.us or visit my website, nobscoachingadvice.com. Have a great day. Take care.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.